Greetings, Imagineers. I want to talk to you about episode 3 of Preacher, and that episode is called Possibilities. I guess the episode is called Possibilities because, hey, it'd be cool if stuff happened in the show. This is one of the things. We're gotten to episode 3 now, and I'm beginning to wish, like, Jesse Custer would make me forget I read the comic, because it's kind of draggy to me. I don't know if that has any effect on a average viewer who is coming cold into this series, not reading the comic. But this show could be called The Walking Preacher, because it's so slow, and we haven't really gotten to the nitty-gritty of this story yet. Yes, Jesse has been infected with the entity. He's just kind of now starting to figure out what it is. People are starting to look for him. The two angel guys come back, even though they were killed by Cassidy. Cassidy hilariously kills them again. And then they come back again and start to talk to Cassidy about what's going on. Meanwhile, Jesse and Tulip are having a conversation about getting back. We apparently, get glimpses of, something that went down between them and a third guy that caused real terrible havoc. Then we got the guy who was the wife beater, or maybe not the wife, I don't know, with his arm in a sling, maybe threatened to, working for Jackie or Haley, doing some threatening. We get to see more of the comatose girl. We get to see the girl who works with Jesse. That, I don't know. I'm tired of seeing her already. And yeah, here's the thing: with the pace of this show, let me explain to people who haven't seen the comic why this show is kind of frustrating. And because it's well done, individual scenes are very well written. There's some hilarious moments. There's some really the drama, I think, is really well done. Of course, the little bits of gore and cool fight stuff is cool. The acting is very good. Everybody's very good. The frustrating thing about this show is the pace, and it's dragging. It's Roger Corman's Preacher, and to best explain to you, for non-Preacher comic fans, what this is like. It's like this is a Spider-Man show, and Peter Parker got bit by the spider, and he's kind of figuring out his powers, and Uncle Ben isn't even dead yet. And we're just kind of seeing all the characters, some we've never seen before in the comic ever, kind of hanging around and talking about responsibility. And it's still episode 3, and he hasn't even put the suit on. That's exactly what this is like. It's driving me nuts. Jesse's great. Dominic Cooper is just fantastic as this role. Cassidy, I enjoy every scene he's in. He's wonderful. He just destroys it every time. They give him a scene and give him some dialogue. And very good actor. Tulip, I think Tulip has suffered the most with this pace, because in the comic, yes, she and Jesse have broken up, and it really hurts her, and she does wish they would get back together, but she's kind of resigned to it, and it's not until fate throws them back together that she's like, okay, fine, I guess I'll hang out with you again. Here, she's begging him and kidnapping him and, like, picking at him to come back with her, and she really has literally nothing to do until the show starts, and it's a drag. I haven't really enjoyed Tulip in this show yet, which is a bad thing. I don't like that at all. So yeah, this episode is now starting to be that point where I'm going, okay, it's time for stuff to happen. I think we see Hair Star in a shot. I forgot to mention in episode 2 that I guess we saw the Saint of Killers. I hope we eventually get to the Saint of Killers. My assumption is two angels are going to give up and bring on the Saint of Killers. I hope that's what happens. I don't know how long this season is. I hope I assume it's just maybe half season or something like that, similar to The Walking Dead. And I hope by the time we get to the end of the season, we get going with the show and we leave the town. I want to leave this town so bad. Man, I just can't stand it. But hopefully, if season 1 is just kind of a precursor to the series, and then season 2 we really get going into the show. That's kind of what I'm hoping they're doing. But right now, it's a little frustrating to watch. So, all in all, not a terrible episode, but I can't decide if this show is great or boring. And I guess that makes it a fascinating watch, but just an irritating watch. That's what I got so far with this episode. I hope you liked it more than I, or if you're sharing similar problems or issues with that, let me know in the comments below. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Push the button.